So here's a video tour of the rainwater harvesting system. Got a little 12 by 24 shed, seamless gutters, gutter guard on top, keeps the big stuff out. Comes down into the first flush system. I've got a tube on each side. Based on the footage of my roof, I want to waste the first 5 gallons of each rain event. So these 4-inch stack tubes will hold 2.5 gallons each. There's a street hockey ball inside of that tube, so as the first flush fills, goes up to this diverter, the reducer I should say, and plugs that reducer and diverts the water flow over to the lines that go into the tanks. I've got 3 275 gallon IBC totes, food grade, that had corn syrup in them. And coming around the front of it here, the water goes into the center tank. There's a cap on the top of that 4-way, and I've got a basket inside of there that a little 1-inch chlorine puck drops into. Prior to that, there's a union on either side, and I got a 60 mesh screen inside of that union, so that'll take things down to basically fine sand particles, keep them out of the tanks. Water rolls over the chlorine and chlorinates it, goes into the center tank, and it's connected with a manifold, so each tank fills at the same rate. And each tank has an overflow on it, so it lets the air go out, so it won't airlock. And when they get filled, which haven't filled yet, but it'll flow out. And over here I have a gauge. There's the gauge, so I can tell how much water I got in there. They're all wrapped in 6mm poly. Keeps the sunlight out. And I built this little shed type awning. I'll step back so you can see it. Helps keep some of the sun off of it, as well as keeps the snow off in the winter. Everything will get drained in the winter time. And down here I've got 1/2-inch PEX running into my shed, and I've got an on-demand pump on there. And I am off grid, so I don't have the generator running at the moment, but turn the generator on and I can draw water right out of that spigot. And eventually we'll pipe it underground to the next building that's going to be going up, which is going to be out here, our main pavilion. And that's our view of Lake Ontario. And that's our little pavilion. So there you have it, our lakefront off-grid project.